How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. I want to talk about the car in front of you. One of my spiritual teachers is Michael Singer, and the most common example he gives is a situation where you have a car in front of you while you're driving. You're driving, and all of a sudden, a slow moving car pulls in front of you, and all of a sudden, you start to notice that you're not doing okay anymore. You start to get angry, you start to get frustrated, you become impatient. All because just there was a car in front of you driving very slowly. So Michael Singer commonly uses this example because we all have came across the situation one way or another. And when that usually happens, most of us what we tend to do is we start to get angry and we may even yell at the person in front of us to start driving faster. How dare you drive slow? This is a 60-kilometer zone and you're driving 30 kilometer and all on and on and on. And we just end up ruining our day. And one thing leads to another. And all of a sudden, you're not having a good day anymore. So what Michael Singer says that you can do in this situation is if there's an option for you to pass the car, there's another open lane, go ahead and take that. You don't have to voluntarily put yourself in a situation to suffer. Don't be a masochist. But if there is no way for you to pass and you're stuck behind the slow moving car, you have two options. You can continue to suffer by rejecting the situation, by blaming the person in front of you and on how they shouldn't be driving, things like that. Or you can say that the universe, that God has given you this opportunity to practice patience. You can flip the script. Everything what you do is with your mind. If something is happening in your life that is not what you want and you don't have any ways to change it, you can do mental gymnastic and flip the script. So in that example, instead of you being impatient, you can just say, okay, this is a perfect moment to practice my patience. And you can perhaps start to focus on your breathing to calm yourself down and relax and let go of that part of you that is impatient. And this doesn't just apply to driving. This is just an analogy. The car in front of you in your life could be numerous things. It could be a job that you're stuck in that you cannot leave for whatever reasons. Maybe if you leave, you won't be able to pay the bills, or it could be you're living in a house that you don't like. Maybe you're stuck in a basement and you want to move out, but there's no enough options available for you. Or it could be that you are in a relationship that you're not able to get out of for whatever reason. The thing, what I'm trying to tell you is that the car in front of you could be anything. You may be experiencing this feeling through any of the events that I mentioned to you. Now, what you can do is if you can change that, if you don't like your job, and if you are able to afford to leave your job to focus on a business or to focus on just taking time off, go ahead and do that. But if you don't have the choice to leave your job, or if you don't have the choice to move into a home, what point is there for you to beat yourself up every single day? Or what good does it serve you to complain about it every single day? Instead, what you can do is, okay, you know what? This is a situation I find myself in. I don't have much options right now. So you can ask, what is the universe asking me to do with this situation, with this event? And really look within, find the part within yourself that is not okay with your job, that is not okay with your relationship, that is not okay with where you live, and ask why. Why are you not okay with that? And it could be that pride, it could be insecurities, it could be lack of self-worth, whatever it is. It's always within inside you. It's always you that is not okay. So you need to find that part. and have compassion of that part and let that go. Simply observe. So whenever, let's take the situation of the job, whenever you go to a job that you don't like and you're only there because you have no other options, instead of you being mad at the job, instead look within and ask yourself why you're not happy with the job and let that part of you go. And how do you let that part of you go? Whenever, whatever emotions comes up when you go to the job, is it anger? Is it frustration? Is it lack of hope? And you might be taking it out on the customers, or you might be taking that out on yourself, or you might be taking it out on your family member after you leave the job. Instead of expressing that outside, sit with the energy, sit with the anger, sit with the sadness, sit with the loss, sit with the lack of hope, the hopelessness, whatever the feeling is. Simply observe that. You don't have to reject it, you don't have to pass it on to others, but by you witnessing them, little by little, you're letting that part go. So eventually, the more you do this, maybe a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, and all of a sudden you're going to notice that it's not the job that is making you feel that way. It is whatever samskaras that you stored within yourself. And when you let that go, the job that you thought you hated doesn't seem so bad after all. Like I said, it is a practice that you need to do. And to do that, you have to practice mindfulness. It starts with little things. That's why Michael Singer always refers to the car in front of you. If you can do that with a slow driver in front of you and you practice relax and letting go whenever you feel that negative emotions, you can take that and apply it to anything else in life. And maybe all of a sudden you're okay with your job because you let that part of you go, and then it goes on to a relationship, or it goes on to whatever it is. Big things will come up. And in each and every moment, all you need to choose to do is, can you change it? If you can change it, go ahead and do that. You don't have to be a masochist and voluntarily suffer. But if there's no option for you and you're doing what you're doing and you don't like that, the only reasonable option there is for you is to learn to evolve. Let go of the part of your being that is not okay with this. Always be okay with your life. Always be okay with a car in front of you. Until next time, my friends, be fearless.